Hello, are you out there? I'm Mark with Homebrew Fever Dreams, and I've got something coming from us from you crunkers. Yeah, that's right. Looking for some feedback on some homebrew I made. I tried posting a lot of my stuff for feedback on the D&D Beyond forums, but I got no response. I made a large master post of all the homebrew I've ever made, good and bad. I won't do that here, but I'm hoping for some feedback. I don't know if D&D Beyond links work for everyone, but I hope they do. So Crunkers here linked a few things to me. Assassin's Glove, we're going to take a look at tonight. Bag of Oddities. So the Assassin's Glove are the most popular item that Crunkers has made. And the Bag of Oddities is the one that Crunkers personally likes the most. Now, they also generated a subclass Travel Domain Cleric and a spell Conjure Magical Instrument. We may look at those later on, but I don't want to just focus too much on Crunkers. But I did let them know that yeah, I'll spread it out over time. I'll make videos on the different stuff. That I'm trying to encourage people on the subreddit to just post one post a week. That's something I changed after Crunkers sent this. He's like, hey, I have more homebrew stuff. Do you want me to post more? And I'm like, yes, I do, but spread it out for me because it can't be the Crunkers show all the time, right? It's just here's another thing from Crunkers, here's another thing from Crunkers. So I think Crunkers understands. But yeah, let's get to this here. Bag of Oddities. Assassin's Glove. Let's start here. So this is on D&D Beyond. Assassin's Gloves. Wondrous item, uncommon. These crimson and black gloves are made for getting in, getting the kill, and getting out. A small ruby is set in the wrist that can be touched to activate one of its spell effects. It could be on the inside or the outside of the wrist. We don't know, but swift strikes. When you wear these gloves, your body's movements are unusually swift during the moment of ambush. You can add 1d8 to initiative rolls as long as you aren't surprised. Oh my gosh, I like that. It could give you just that +1 or that +8, which is probably going to get you at the top of that initiative. Very clever. And obviously, that can be used every time before you go and do initiative is called for, essentially. So you can use it over and over again. That's clever. It's not too powerful, but it definitely would give an advantage to the character wearing these gloves. Spells. You can touch the ruby to cast either Misty Step or Invisibility. After you do so, you can't until the next dawn. So it's a once a day magical spell for either Misty Step or Invisibility. It's kind of like an oh shit, kind of like, oh shit, Misty Step out of here, or you turn invisible, right, and escape that way. Once the gloves are removed, any spell effects end. Okay, if you take the gloves off while before the spell ends normally, right? That would be the case. So the permanent feature, always on feature of the gloves is the swift strikes, just that D8 to your initiatives. It is powerful considering it's always going to be there for every combat. I've certainly given initiative bonus items to my characters before, but I like the way you're doing that. The 1 to 8 range. I could see potentially toning that down to a D4 or D6. D8 might be a little too much because even a D4 would be really useful. But I do like the dual nature of the spell, being able to trigger once a day either that Misty Step or that Invisibility. It's a very little bit, and I like that it's kind of like two things in one. It's like if someone's far away, you're trying to escape, or you're trying to infiltrate. The Misty Step's good for that. Infiltration, getting onto a wall, getting to another platform, getting to a balcony, escaping. Same with Invisibility. Same idea. Are you sneaking in? Or are you trying to sneak out because the guards are rushing in? You just took out the king or something like that. Yeah. Great item. Previous versions, we don't get into that. And then let's jump over to the Bag of Oddities. All right, here we go. Wondrous item rare. This bag is a one-of-a-kind magic item. It is related to the Bag of Tricks and is made by enhancing the magic of a bag of holding, binding several enchanted items into the bag. Interesting. A Bag of Oddities is related to the Bag of Tricks and is made by enhancing the magic of a bag of holding. Okay. This bizarre looking bag made from living skin, metal, face spider silk, flowers, and purple cloth appears empty. That's a very vibrant description. Reaching inside the bag, however, reveals the presence of a small object. Each object has properties related to the creature it creates, such as being covered in goo or shadow. The bag weighs 1/2 of a pound. Okay, each object has properties related to the creature it creates. Okay, I don't quite understand that, but let's keep reading. Um, okay, you can use an action to pull the random object from the bag and throw it up to 20 feet. Okay, so a bit of goo or shadow, and you throw it up to 20 feet away. When the object lands, it transforms into a creature you determine by rolling a d8 and consulting the table below, which we will take a look at. See the monsters listing for the creature's statistics. The creature vanishes at the next dawn or when it is reduced to 0 hit points. The creature is friendly to you and your companions, and it acts on your turn. You can use a bonus action to command how the creature moves and what action it takes on its turn, or to give it general orders, such as to attack your enemies. In the absence of such orders, the creature acts in a fashion appropriate to its nature, but meaning it's not going to probably be real useful if you're not commanding it using that bonus action. Once 3 objects have been pulled from the bag can't be used again until the next dawn. Can you have more than one creature out at a time? Could you have 3 creatures out at once? I mean, I know you can only command one at a time with bonus actions, so I don't think it'd be overpowered, but 3 eyes. Yeah. It, I I'm just saying. I would say, yeah, okay, you can use it up to 3 times a day, but only one creature object creature can be active at a time. That's just me personally. So number 1, smooth disc covered with tentacles. You'll get a flump. Number 2, chicken foot with large claws, an abyssal chicken, small sword pin, a flying sword, wad of vines covered in flowers, a pixie. What a vine? Okay, all right. Cylinder emanating black fog, a shadow. That would be a handy ally to have on your side for a little bit. Gooey translucent cube, a gray ooze, tiny winged covered in spines, spine devil, and golden glowing horseshoe, a Pegasus. Full on Pegasus that I assume will let you ride it. um, that's cool. Yeah, I do like that a lot. I do think you should only be able to have one object creature out at a time. And then personally, I would rework this little sentence here. Reaching inside the bag reveals the presence of a small object. Each object has properties related to the creature it creates. Yeah, just what I mean. Reading it now, it all makes sense. But I would just say, um, you can reach inside the bag to pull out a small object that will summon a creature. Each object has properties related to the creature it creates. Yeah? Because you're not trying to get an object out, you're trying to get a creature out that's represented by an object. So I would mention the creature before you mention the object, or put them into the same sentence somehow. So a little clarification there, and that might help other people on D&D Beyond appreciate it more. But that's a really cool object, and honestly, the assassin's gloves also super cool. Thank you so much for sharing. I will DM you this, and if you watch, thank you so much. Take care.